Hello, welcome back to the Brother Blog. If you haven't already, take a look at some of our videos. Check out our channel. Today, I'm going to be doing a video on the sleeper teams for this season. Oh, hello there, big brother.
Hi.
I'm just doing a video on the sleeper teams this season. Would you like to join me?
Yes, we're going to do this one together, I think.
Yeah, so I'm going to start it off with the Clemson Tigers this season. And Clemson, they did lose C.J. Spiller. Kyle Parker has what it takes to rebound this football team. Well, not really rebound, but restart them. I think that he's the type of quarterback that Clemson needs and that he can definitely lead them to success.
I like Clemson, too, especially since he didn't go to the MLB, chose to come back.
Yeah.
One of my surprise teams is Utah Utes, and you look at their quarterback, Jordan Wynn. He asked questions. Awesome. He looked good.
Great.
The pick in the end zone was bad, but he looked great. And Brian Johnson is coaching the QBs, which is kind of cool since he was one of their best QBs, I thought.
Ever.
Alex Smith wasn't that great. I mean,
He's got the little hands.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't make it in pro.
But also, they have a strong D. You know, they got a strong line. They're a good defense. They're not like a great SEC defense or a North Carolina defense that's going to carry the team, but they're good enough. You saw them shut down Deion Lewis also last night just to prove how strong they are. And Asiata, you know, their running back, he was injured last year, you know, for the last 9 games. So you have to ask, will he be able to have the same kind of success he had, you know, 2 years ago, or is he going to be a disappointment? Hopefully he can have that success. Jordan Wynn can pick it up, be a good QB, and Utah can end up in the BCS.
Yeah, I think that Matt Asiata has what it takes, but really it's a big question mark. If he can come through, then Utah definitely should make it to the BCS. But if not, you know, it's going to be a tough road for them. The next team I want to talk about is a Big 12 team that's very overlooked. Is the Texas A&M Aggies. And Texas A&M is really all offense. I mean, zero defense. They're not like Texas or Oklahoma or even Nebraska with, you know, defense. But like some Big 12 teams like Oklahoma State, Texas A&M is all offense. And their arsenal is led by quarterback Jerrod Johnson. And I think that this season he should have a stellar year. And he's a dual threat quarterback, which is big in Texas A&M's offense. So, you know, if the passing game isn't working, he can just take off. He's very fast. And I really think that Texas A&M can do some damage in the Big 12. The big thing, though, like I said, they don't have any defense. I think if the defense can step up, we could be seeing Texas A&M in potentially a BCS bowl game.
Very possible, for sure. Maybe in the Big 12 championship, for sure.
Yeah.
They'll be a contender. Big 12's a little down this year, I think. But another team I have is out of the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, who were ranked. They were ranked in USA Today, top 25. But, you know, a lot of other polls have overlooked them. And they lost their running back, Ben Tate.
Ben Tate.
He was a good running back. He's gone, which is a shame, so they have to replace him. The biggest loss would be their end, Antonio Coleman, who was an absolute force. Led the SEC in sacks and tackles for loss, and is just an absolute machine. He just kills other teams. He's a nightmare for offensive lines. But Auburn, the big question mark, the big X factor is going to be Cam Newton. And you know, can Cam Newton get it together? Can he be the quarterback they need him to be? You know, he has the dual threat ability. Will he be able to make the big plays? Is he going to be able to step up and make Auburn an SEC contender? They got an easy schedule, relatively easy schedule for SEC teams up until their last game at Alabama. And, you know, that's always a good game. It was last year. It was a great game. And they could do it. They could be SEC champs. You know, I don't think they will be, but I would say watch out for them. I would say they're a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, Auburn's definitely a team that's very overlooked. And Cam Newton, if he can really come through for Auburn, then this team could really be huge. The last team that I'm going to talk about is the Nevada Wolfpack. And I think that Nevada is one of the most overlooked teams in all of college football. And they are led by Colin Kaepernick. And he's a very fast quarterback. He's not much of a quarterback. He's more of a running back. But him and Vitala make a great combo out of the pistol offense backfield. And Vi is a power guy. Colin is a speed guy. So it's a really nice thunder and lightning combo. And if Colin has to, he can throw that football away. But obviously, a big question mark for Nevada is the defense. And I think if the defense can step up, they really can pass their only big test this season, and that will be Boise State. I think that if Nevada can pull together a defense, Boise State could be heartbroken and lose that Nevada game, especially since it's at Nevada.
And they're really overlooked.
They're
really overlooked. They were talking about the Boise State schedule the other night on like ESPN, and they were highlighting the strong games. They didn't even highlight Nevada.
And it's at Nevada.
And that you should at least highlight and say, watch out for it. They circled all of it, including Nevada. They're like, oh, cupcake teams. I'd watch out for Nevada to an extent, too, just because of the QB position. Another team I'm going to talk about is Michigan State Spartans out of the Big Ten. I'm a big Spartan fan, but I actually think they will be successful this year. I think they're going to be a good team. I think they should be a team to watch out for, simply because their linebacking core is probably one of the best in the country. Eric Gordon's a great linebacker. Everyone knows about Greg Jones, who's an All-American who decided to come back. And he's going to be really good this year. He's just a great player. Their defensive line is a little bit questionable, but they got a good recruit coming in, William Golston, who could make a big impact, help that out. The secondary is really the only question mark because their passing game should be unbelievable. They have probably four strong receivers in an all Big Ten team tight end. And Cousins coming back at QB. Kirk Cousins, really pretty underrated, really good pocket passer. You know, in his play will really decide how they do this year, I think. So I would watch out for MSU. I think they could sneak in there and finish fourth ahead of Penn State. Most people have Penn State finishing fourth. I think they definitely finish at least fourth. I think they could sneak into third, maybe upset Wisconsin or Iowa, and get in there at that third spot. Ohio State and Iowa or Wisconsin taking second.
Yeah, I definitely think that Michigan State is a team to watch out this year. And this is coming from a Michigan fan. I mean, we are rivals. But, I think Michigan State could pull off a big upset. Like I said, I have Ohio State losing to Wisconsin or Iowa. And then I think that Michigan State would be the team to knock off that team that beats Ohio State. And so the three-way tie that originally would look normal, but Michigan State comes in, knocks off one of them. Ohio State gets the tiebreaker, goes off and wins the Big Ten. But definitely Michigan State is the team to watch out for. Thanks for watching. Check out our channel. And
No. I'm doing one more team.
One more team.
I'm doing one more team. I'm going to talk about the Ole Miss Rebels.
Oh.
Because we got the news today. Jeremiah Masoli is allowed to play. He was ruled ineligible. They appealed. He's coming back. He's going to play. And I really like Jeremiah Masoli. His off-field issues aside, really good quarterback, really good player. You know, he's 5'11", 220. He's just a fullback of a quarterback. You know, almost a Tim Tebow size guy. And he runs tacklers over. Doesn't have a great arm, but I think he'll work good in that offense. He worked great in the Oregon offense. And I think that with Jeremiah Masoli on that team, Ole Miss is a team to watch out for. And they could end up shocking some people and maybe getting a few upsets in the SEC and one or two big upsets, and they can find themselves in the SEC championship.
Yeah, potentially they could. Jeremiah Masoli is a great quarterback, and I think if he did stay in Oregon and not commit those crimes, he would probably be a very high Heisman contender. But definitely, I think that Houston Nutt is going to change his coaching schemes up a little bit to adapt to Masoli. That way, you can utilize him in the game more.
So, thanks for watching now. We're done. Check out our channel.